What's up, guys? Today we're going to do a Q&A. It's going to be from last week's video. Instead of having it in the comments of this video for next week, I'm actually just going to put a post out right before, the day before I make the video. That way you guys can find it easier. I had some people have a hard time finding the video to do the questions. So we're going to share the screen here, and we're going to answer your questions now. So let me just pull it up. If you guys like Q&A videos like this, definitely let me know. Sometimes I prefer doing these over live streams because I feel like a lot of you guys like the shorter content, and you can also get, your questions answered. Sometimes on the live streams, which I like doing, by the way. I do like doing live streams, but sometimes it is hard to get to the comments, especially when I rant. And then, they're very long and draining sometimes. So just let me know your feedback as always. So this is not in order. Let's see if I can go. Um, let's see. All right. So contains questions. All right. So let's get to the questions. So this is not in order. I think it's by newest first. So Helen, hi John. Am I too late for a question? No. Do you still hold Myro? Yes. I see someone replied to you. By the way, I saw some of the replies on here. It's a scammer. The one that's using the same name as me. Just keep in mind, you gotta be very careful. I'll never WhatsApp you. Upper Barry, what do you think about Flare? Flare's decent. I like Flare. It's one of the many chains within PNG's focus. PNG is a multi-chain DEX, and one of the chains there are DEX for it is Flare. And Flare is an upcoming layer one that I think looks pretty bullish. I don't hold it, but I do like it. Zaglis, what stablecoin can you swap your bag to on Uphold? Been hard for me to find. USDC. USDC is the best one. It's the strongest one. If you're not in the US, you probably have to do Tether, which is USDT. Also, an underrated one for Uphold is probably PAX. I think it's the gold stablecoin. That one's pretty good too. So, uh, Josh Sean, is investing in Maneki right? I don't understand the context of the question. What do you mean? Is it right? Is it a good investment? I have no idea. I'm not investing into any more memes. We have our Night Riders, we got Myro, we got Turbo. I'm not investing into any more memes right now. So I really have no context on Maneki. I don't know much about it. I just seen it in the bubbles, but I really don't know. If you're gonna invest into any memes, you should always be putting in lottery money. I say this in every video, including every single meme I covered. The only one I made the exception for was Turbo. But Turbo is just in a whole class by itself. But when it comes to memes, you always want to make sure if you do, have that green light for yourself that you're not putting in thousands of dollars. You're putting in money you would actually go out to eat with, or like go to the actual lottery to, put down, $20, or if you want to put $100 down for a lottery ticket. Like, you're not expecting a return, but if it happens, which in crypto is more likely than the actual lottery in real life, you're surprised in a good way. You're not let down in a bad way. Hope that helps you. One, John, does the state of the world not affect this cycle? No, it doesn't. I mean, everyone thinks it does. Yes and no, right? If we ever did end up in World War III, it would affect it. It'd be a Black Swan event. However, it would just delay it. It would just delay things because then all the resources would be, geared towards war. People wouldn't be buying crypto and stocks during then. So obviously you could have a Black Swan event. But one thing that hasn't changed, from cycle to cycle is the rumors of things happening never change. People always want to convince retail that something crazy is going to happen to drop the prices or skyrocket the prices. So unemployment is up. We're in a real recession. Yes. War tensions is rising. Yeah, I get it. You're right. And inflation is all-time high, 100%. But, if you saw my video yesterday, I was talking about how the Fed, Jerome Powell is they're going to start cutting interest rates, which means that September and October could be red when they initially do it, if they do it. But then eventually it will put us more in a macro-friendly environment to see risk on assets go up. Because once the interest rates get slashed, you're going to see people move their money from bank accounts, money markets, high yield savings, CDs. and they're going to move it into, say, Bitcoin, which is why Bitcoin, by the way, is outpacing the majority of altcoins right now, because people are expecting that switch to take place once that happens. We can't have a bull market without retail investors. I agree. And how can retail invest when people are struggling to pay their bills? Yeah, that's been the issue for a number of years, though. I mean, Bitcoin hit 74K, a few months ago, and we already had these issues back in 2022. In 2022, the fear and greed was like almost broken. It was so much fear, and there was nobody making much money, including me. I was struggling. So listen, what you're saying is 100% true, but look at the market and how it recovered since then. So when you think of what happened then and now, yeah, it seems a little bleak right now, but it's going to recover again, yet again. So, but good points. It seems the only solution but to rely on rate cuts and stimulus checks. I think you're going to say stimulus check. In a way, it really doesn't matter what cryptos to buy because almost all coins pump during a bull cycle. Also, again, I agree. With that being said, but obviously some coins are better than others, though. And does this mean we're pretty much gambling and putting money on predictions that will rate cuts and stimulus? I mean, you could look at it and say it's all gambling, But again, it depends what you're investing into. Are you investing into just low cat memes? Or are you investing into utility plays, blue chips, Bitcoin, layer ones? Like, what are you looking into? Gaming, RWAs, DeFi? So the risk depends on the market cap, the narrative, the niche, the coin in question, the token. Let's see what else we got. Hold on. The way I see it, if there's a bull market, I become rich, and if there isn't a bull market, I lose all the money I work for. Well, you wouldn't lose it. I mean, first of all, the bull market is coming back. You wouldn't lose it. A lot of people are around right now from the last cycle because they never sold. They became bag holders, but the market's not going away. They just want you to believe that. Either way, I like my odds, and I'm taking my chances to continue in the DCA, but it just feels like we're betting on rate cuts and versus stimulus versus no rate cuts or stimulus. Yeah, again, it's a wait and see, Like, you're not going to see people guarantee this is going to happen, this is going to happen. Unfortunately, you're just going to have to weather the storm like everyone else, Honestly, like, you have questions, you want answers, but you're not going to get them until you see it happen. But yeah, it's honestly, to me, nothing has surprised me right now. I think everything is pretty much going as expected. Trev, hey John, you still bullish on CTX? Yes, it's a decent crypto. How do you feel about Belladrone? Belladrone is also pretty good. Belladrone's a nice DEX. I saw it was up over 42% yesterday. And yeah, it's not bad. It's Optimism's main DEX. Who do you use for your 401k custodian? I do not. I don't have one. Fernando Garza. Hey, John, what is your opinion on NXRA? I don't like it. They've been hacked twice. They migrated from ALBT because of a hack, and they recently had a hack as well. I was never on board with it. I was kind of always on edge, and I just, after the last recent hack, I just, that pretty much solidified my opinion. What's the arrow prediction? Anywhere from like, I want to say like $15, around 15, maybe $20. It depends. The thing with Aerodrome that hurts it is the inflation, because it's a very bullish DEX. It's basis DEX. It's backed by Coinbase, but it's very highly inflatable. Like, they keep printing tokens, and everyone that keeps staking it is getting rewards in Arrow. So it's going to take time to appreciate. It doesn't mean it still can't, 15, 20x from here. But every time they start printing more tokens, which is fine, some cryptos are inflationary, like Solana, Ethereum, Cosmos, Polkadot, it does suppress the price action a little bit. So yeah, I would say around 15, maybe $20. But obviously take that with a grain of salt. They're just guesses. Hello, John. Have you heard of the Colon coin, part of the Doge family? I have not. I have not heard that, sir. DCL, what is up, bro? How much is going to be ETH for gas fees? How much is going to be enough? I think I answered you on Discord, actually. Around $100 is good. If you're very paranoid that you're not going to have enough when it comes to profits, you can put a little bit more in. But personally, for me, if I always try to keep at least some fees for Ethereum. So I would say around $100. You can probably get away with less, but whatever makes you feel comfortable. Last question of the day, I believe. Godson, can meme coins pump in the bear market? Yes, and they have. They have before. Many different narratives can pump in the bear market. I was lucky to have started my channel during the 2022 bear market. I was here from day one, and it was great. I honestly saw like many coins, they would go down. The top 100 was down. And out of nowhere, you would just see one go up, and they'll just fly up. And it was a crazy, crazy time. And the best part is no one knew which coins were going up. Like you kind of just had to guess a little bit and try to find which ones were underrated, which ones were suppressed. So yeah, meme coins had that effect too. But we also see it during, flat price action like this, right? Where we're just sitting here one day, we're checking the charts, and all of a sudden maybe Dogecoin gets a huge catalyst for, I don't know, Elon Musk talks about it, and all of a sudden everything's going up, Pepe, Brett, Bonk, and all these night riders. So it really depends on what's going on, what's being said, and what's happening. But yeah, different narratives pump at different times. Some go down during times of risk assessment. So in this case, when you see Bitcoin and crypto go up, that's because people are literally offsetting their risk. They're selling their memes and their riskier plays to chase Bitcoin in the top 100. And then oftentimes in a bear market, what you see is people are watching these top 100 plays go down in price. So they try to flip back into meme coins, try to catch a 2x, 3x, and roll back into their utility plays. So it's very interesting to watch how retail operates, but this is what I've been seeing time and time again. So just keep that in mind. Different, narratives pump at different times, but yeah, memes are a good narrative. Again, though, just make sure you use them properly, right? Don't go too heavy into them. Don't make your entire portfolio. Like I did a review for somebody. He was 80% turbo, 20% Caspa. And I had to read his question a few times. So I was like, wait a second. I thought he said 80% Caspa. And then I reread it and it said 80% turbo. And I was like, holy crap. You got to fix this. Like turbo's good, Caspa is good. You cannot have just two cryptos and the majority of it into a meme coin. That is where people go wrong. See, it's just like gambling in real life, right? You go to a casino, maybe you're playing roulette, you play one hand, two hand, whatever, and all of a sudden maybe you lose a little bit, but you just don't know when to stop, and you just keep going, and putting more money in. It's the same with crypto investing, right? Meme coins. Maybe you make some money with like Shiba Inu, so you get confident, invest into Bonk, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, great, let's go into, these plays and start putting in more money, more money, more money. You're not going to feel good emotionally, and eventually you're going to slip up, So for me, the way I look at it, always make sure when you're investing into any narrative, any niche, that you have your risk assessment was already done. Like you're okay with your risk and you allocate properly. A lot of this is a learning game, so just keep that in mind. But all right, guys, we're going to end that Q&A here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Obviously, let me know down below how you felt about these Q&As. I'm going to make a post again, like I did for the first one. And once I make that, you guys can write your questions in for next week's episode. If you guys want to talk to me, see what crypto I'm buying, selling, trading, join my conference calls, my live stream Q&As. If you want to see my profit taking course, join the Discord group of investors, diverse investors, which over 45 already. I made 6 to 7 figures. Then I encourage you to join my WAP in Discord. I have a 50% discount. 50%, it is ending in a week. September 1st, it's going away. It's going back up. It's my token of appreciation for you guys for supporting me and standing by me during these times for YouTube. And if you guys want to capitalize, by all means, check it out. If you don't, totally fine. With that being said, if you guys enjoy this video, please leave a like and see you guys in the next video. Take care.